Good afternoon. Hi guys, hope you're all well. So I have a belated video then today. Work's been manic and I've had kind of run behind with everything, and it's great to have work though. I just miss coming out and getting my hands on the thing I love working with and looking at, which is my old vintage engines. So I've had a lot of questions about this saw, so thanks for your patience, and so I hope to answer a few of them now. So this is the iconic Husqvarna 180. I say iconic because this one seemed to her offspring, the 280, 380, 480, a slight beefed up version of this, the 285, all share such similar traits. So this is a very early, just past 1970 saw, and so Husqvarna, latecomers, started their first saws in '59 with the very famous 90, and had some amazing models through the '60s. One or two of which are my absolute favourites. Some things like the A65 and the versions of the 65, and so that saw was running a 36mm stroke with a 48mm piston, and in the 70s Husqvarna developed this saw. So this is running a big piston, this saw. So this runs a 52mm piston and same stroke, 36mm stroke, and again, interestingly, the other variations around this saw are all identical as well. So if you go to something like the 77, the L77, which has albeit a different chassis, just like the version of the A65, that's again 52 and 36, and then its brothers, the 280, 380 and 480, all identical in terms of piston and stroke, just with slight CFG change, tiny change on the flywheel with moving to 2 starter pulls instead of 3, variation on the handle and the tank, and so this girl is points and condenser ignition, and then they're moving to CD, so capacitor discharge. Love the early point systems, and actually sees, when you think of 52mm piston, she's in illustrious company really. So I think the 285 CD that's a 52 and that's a 52 and a 40mm stroke, and then what else uses a 52? Okay, so things like the steel, the 050, the 051, they're 52mm pistons with 42mm strokes. And if you looked at some West German saws, then something like the Solo 660. In fact, they all sit nicely all together. The Solo 660 is a 52mm stroke with a 52mm piston with 38mm stroke. So 5236 nominal 77, 5238 gives you a nominal 81, a 5240 gives you a nominal 85, and a 5242 giving you a nominal 89. So spectacular size piston. Make sure that's off. Fantastic compression engine, and just a beautiful performing engine. So never cut with this saw. She's up on eBay for spares or repair or parts. For only one reason: she has one tiny piece of damage, which is where the lower felling spike attaches to the chassis. About maybe a bit bigger than a 10-pence piece of metal is broken off, which has the screw hole in it. It has a little metal strap on it anyway, but that would definitely be worthwhile having that welded if somebody wanted to. Other than that, as far as I know, there's virtually no damage on the saw. There's one tiny vein missing on the side cover, and so what has she had? She has a beautiful original exhaust. She's had a lovely U set of AV mounts all round with the little aluminium cup washers, because they tend to deteriorate and rot. She had some new starter pull assemblies for the flywheel. Unusual, this one, the earlier ones, they had 3 starter pulls on the flywheel instead of the normal 2. She's had a correct CJ8 Champion spark plug, or you could use the 175, the Bosch, but the CJ8s work really, really well in this saw. No breaks to the side cover, has had a correct Husqvarna fuel line and fuel filter, and the net result is, when these engines are set up well, so a couple of the questions I had: what was wrong with the saw? So literally nothing's wrong with the saw. It's just there's that tiny break on the inside next to the felling spike. Never cut with the saw. She has a period Sandvik bar with her now, which is so a Swedish bar. The Husqvarna saw is obviously Swedish, and so Sandvik, if you feel like reading up any history, Sandvik have got amazing history which you can trace back to you can trace it back. Is it 1870 something? Goranson, he developed Goranson, he developed something called the Bessemer process, which was a way of purifying steel by pushing or pumping air through the molten material, and it would help purify it. It's groundbreaking and a really interesting company reading about Sandvik's history. So yes, so she has a genuine Swedish bar on her, a virtually brand new Oregon period semi-chisel chain. I don't know if I've ever, may have cut with that once on one of my 480s, but still looks like brand new to me, the chain. There she is. That's the Husqvarna 180S, and she's just a staggering piece of history. So again, this girl is almost exactly 50 years old. Original air filter, all nuts and bolts present as far as I can tell, correct fuel caps, and this is starting it with no throttle lock. This is just in the idle position. Bit of contact clean on the kill switch. So there she is, guys. That's the Husqvarna 180. Hope you like the saw. I have lots of other saws to show people. I did a saw count the other day, and there was over 200 saws actually floating around. So I'm going to be videoing a few of the other project saws, and hope to do that in the next few days if I just can get enough free time. And yeah, just marveling again at just how beautiful this saw is for 50 years old. Absolutely staggering. Any questions, guys, please just ask. Hope you're all staying safe. Bye for now.